Hey guys, welcome back to the Lawrence Life. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that and hit that bell. Today I am talking to two of my kids that have graduated from high school about what it's like to never have gone to school. And I'm going to start by talking about my experience because I actually never went to school. I was homeschooled all of my life, all the way through high school, and didn't go to school one day of my life. So my perspective is probably different than my kids because now I am an adult, I'm a mother, I chose to homeschool my kids. And so my perspective is that as a teenager, there was times where I wished that I was going to school because all of my friends went to school. I felt like I was different. I was the only one that was being homeschooled. I played soccer, so I wanted to be playing with the high school team and things like that. But the positives that I saw then were that I finished my school early every day. I could finish it on my own time schedule. I got to start working at 14. I would finish my school by lunchtime and then I would go work for a lady that lived close to us in the afternoons. And that was a great experience for me, working, earning money, responsibility, the things that I learned from her. And so that was a positive that I saw of being homeschooled. As an adult, I don't see any negatives from being homeschooled. I only see the positives. And that is that I feel like for me personally, I'm only talking about myself, that it helped me to not be around so much peer pressure and to be able to spend a lot of time with my family, to focus on things that I was interested in, such as piano, music, soccer, and spend a lot of time on those things. And then again, like I said, to finish my school on my own time frame and get done quicker than if I was spending a whole day at school. So that's my perspective of never having gone to school. And now I'm going to interview a couple of my graduates now that they have completed high school without ever having gone to school. Okay, I am here with Caleb Lawrence, interviewing him about his experience to not have ever gone to school. I'm pretty sure that was not grammatically correct, but we're gonna go with it. Caleb, what was it like to never go to school? To be homeschooled your entire school career and now having graduated high school from homeschool. By the way, congratulations.
Thank you.
We want to hear from you what your experience was, negatives, positives.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about it?
Well, for me, definitely, I'd say that one major positive is that I could do my school basically whenever I wanted. Like I could sleep in until 10 if I wanted to. I just have to get it done. And then also I really liked just like the schedule we kind of had laid out because like I do my school and then I eat lunch, then I do my school again, you know, I get like snacks in between. That's another benefit of like being at home. So that's really awesome. One downer is that you don't really meet a lot of people. Like you're just at the house all the time and the only friends you have is your family, which I shouldn't be complaining about that, but I definitely wish, you know, I'd meet more people. If I went to school, you know, that's how it'd be like. I was fortunate though that one of my cousins went to school, so he had a lot of friends and he invited me to hangouts and stuff, so it did work out.
Okay, so you gave a positive and a negative. Anything else you can think of that you feel like going forward, do you feel like having not gone to school will affect you positively or negatively going forward in your future?
Yeah, I definitely like learning from my cousin that went to school and then other people that went to school, just like hearing all the bad things that happen at school, all the peer pressure and all the things that happen there, drugs, etc. I definitely think that being homeschooled will definitely have a positive effect on my life just because I wasn't exposed to that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Which I will eventually be exposed to it, but it is good to be at home and, you know, kind of prepare myself before, like grow up and mature before I'm exposed to that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So that's definitely a positive there, and I think that'll definitely be good for the rest of my life that I wasn't exposed to that stuff at a young age where I'm, you know, more susceptible.
Okay, and then last question is that you are planning, you are going in about a month and a half away for the first time to school, and you're going to be living away from home in a dorm. Do you feel like you are prepared to do that? Do you feel like, again, that there was any positives or negatives preparing you for that by being homeschooled?
So being homeschooled, I can't think of a thing that would really prepare me for going to live in an apartment, but I know that you and Dad have definitely prepared me for that. You've talked to me about stuff. You've brought me to do things that you do that kind of teach me the things you do as an adult. So I wouldn't necessarily say that homeschooling would prepare me to live in an apartment, but I definitely think that you guys have prepared me to do that kind of thing. Like, you've taught me and told me what I need to do, stuff like that. So I think I'm definitely well prepared. It's going to be very different living in an apartment by myself with Cameron. It's going to be really interesting, to say the least.
And then what about going to school, having assignments? I mean, obviously you had assignments as a homeschool student, but having assignments from professors, teachers, and timelines and class schedules and things like that. You're excited, nervous?
I'm definitely excited and stoked. I really hope that my teachers are as good as the teachers I had here. I had my grandpa and my mom. Because not just because like they're understanding and they're more lenient, but also because they know how to help me understand stuff better. You know, because they know me better than my family, so they know how to help me understand things. So I just hope that the teachers there, they kind of do the same. They're more understanding and stuff. It's definitely going to be different, like having assignments that are due on certain days and stuff, because on homeschool it's more lenient. So I'm definitely going to try to stay on top of that and not fall behind and go to parties and stuff.
I'm pretty sure you will, since you had this guy, Caleb, graduated high school with a 4.0 GPA. I wasn't supposed to talk about that until your graduation. But so I don't think you'll have any problems. And thank you so much for sharing your experience on what it's like to have never gone to school. I am here with Cameron Lawrence, who also graduated high school from homeschool. He has never been to school. So Cameron, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I want to know your honest opinion about what it has been like to never go to school.
Okay, my honest opinion. Okay, I got some stuff to say about
scared.
this. Okay, so homeschool is awesome. You do have a free schedule. You know, you can roam about and all that good stuff. You get some free hours. You do get off a lot earlier. It depends if you work hard or not, if you're lazy. But anyway, but what I do love about homeschool is just the free schedule. I think that's the best part of it. But then about public school, things I miss about public school. Mom might hate me for this, but it's the social part of it that I didn't get to, be very social while I was doing homeschool. But it's cool. I had my family, I guess. But going to school, I would have been a lot more social, I feel like. And then I'm trying to think. That was the biggest part for me. I think what Mom saved us from when she did homeschool was that we didn't get exposed to a lot of stuff, so that was good. And it was just easier being here with her, doing homeschool. She was able to step me through it and walk me through it. And then also I got tutored by my grandpa. He is a genius, big brain. He's got like 200 IQ. He's helped us with math, me and Lexi and Caleb, and he's just amazing. So props to him.
I can definitely understand why your biggest negative about not going to public school was social interaction, because Cameron is probably our most social of the kids, and he's our oldest too, by 13 minutes. But so I definitely can see how that was a negative for you about homeschool. I will say though that you were able to make friends. And like Caleb mentioned in his interview, your cousin, who's in the same grade as you and close in age to you, introduced you to his school friends. And I feel like definitely in the last year, you've made a lot of friends. So you found a way to kind of work around the system. So I'm going to ask you kind of the same question I asked Caleb, because you are moving on in about a month and a half. You're going to move out of our house and stay in a dorm and go to school. Do you feel prepared to do that? And then do you feel like homeschool has been a negative or a positive going forward in your future? That's kind of two questions.
I think both ways. I think you learn a lot from public school, and then you also learn a lot from homeschool. I think for the Christian aspect of it, homeschool was better. But then, like I said, they both have their ups and downs, but I definitely feel prepared for college. I feel like you and Dad have really prepared me for that. And the fact that I did homeschool, I don't know if I'm intellectually smart enough because I just felt like public school was harder, like they teach you harder stuff and all that. Math is useless, by the way, but anyway, so
little side note.
Yeah, little side note there. But for college, I definitely feel like you and Dad have equipped me. I feel prepared for it. I met a lot of people, and I'm excited to go to college and just make new friends and go closer to God. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for this interview and for your transparency.
yeah, totally.
And we are excited to see what the future holds. This is a new experience for us, graduating kids from homeschool and then sending 2 of our kids off. They're not kids anymore.
Yeah, teenagers.
Sending 2 of our adult children off to school. So that has been our experience of never going to school.